All right, Heather. So you're one of our glowing students, master students on the Master Diploma in Spiritual Life Coaching. And you're obviously been with us for a good few months now. I can't remember when you started the course.
Yeah, I think it's been just over a year or just coming up for a year.
Yeah, brilliant. So I wanted to interview you today because you're nearly at the end of your course.
I am.
You've got your first paying client.
I have.
So how does that feel?
Oh, honestly, it's amazing. I mean, when I started this journey, I was, kind of self-discovery and, really asking myself all my questions. And, you kept popping up. So I was like, this is a sign, this is where I need to be going. And I probably really didn't expect the course to open up as many things within myself as I was expecting. But it's been an amazing journey. Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of inner work, self-discovery. But it's been incredible. And, then obviously having the session with yourself, where I was really struggling because I just hit this point where I was like, I had no self-belief, even though I'd done so much work, I just hit this brick wall and I was like, why can't I get over it? Why can't I allow my vulnerability to be seen? Why can't I be seen? It's like totally imposter syndrome as well. It was like, I'm not good enough. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Who's going to want to come and see me? And then obviously having that session with you and a complete transformation. I mean, literally, it was like a 160. And understanding that it was my inner child, every time I was making an adult decision, it was my inner child that was kind of going, no, you don't want to do that because that, and honestly, going from that session, I don't know what happened, but I just literally kind of like, that was it. I went on my Instagram, I did a story. From my story, I mean, it was like people just were messaging me going, I see you. And then I had so many people message me saying, I love your Instagram posts. They resonate with me. I love who you are. It's like, and I was just like, I kind of came off there kind of going, that's me. Like people are talking about, I was like, oh, this is, I actually got really emotional. And I was just like, I can't believe this is me. But from that moment, I've just kind of like, actually, like, this is me. Being vulnerable is okay because I'm in control. And I kind of hug my inner child most days and I'm like, I'm okay, I've got this. This is all good. And I now make my decisions as myself, as an adult. And my business is just kind of like taken off. And from that Instagram post, I mean, bearing in mind I haven't finished my course yet, so I'm just like, I'm like, I know what I'm doing, I've got this. And yeah, this lady approached me and she was just like, I really want to work with you. She was like, I just, I resonate with you, everything you say. So we had a call and it was brilliant. I felt confident and I was me. This was the first time that I realised it was like, Heather, just be you. Be you, be the coach that you want to be. And yeah, that's what I did. And we had an amazing session. And I literally about 20 minutes after got a call from her or a message saying, yeah, I really want to work with you. Can I book in 3 sessions? I was like,
oh my God, that is so cool. I'm like bursting for you. Like my words won't justify like how I feel about that, because that session, if I remember rightly, was you were working through just being able to feel comfortable to be yourself. You wanted people to see you for who you really were, and you felt like you weren't allowing that, and your relationships were getting skewered. The inner voice was really bringing you down, and you just felt like your life wasn't reflective of, you weren't able to just shed that layer and to metamorphosize and to be that beautiful butterfly, if you like. And it was just it was at the, I think, was it at the end of the session where it was like that one thing, and you took ownership of the words that you were saying and turned it around, and then it was like, okay, I don't have to tell myself that anymore.
Yeah,
And breaking free from the story, which is what it's all about, isn't it?
yeah. And, my first post was really important for me as well, because I allowed myself to be really vulnerable. But I knew I was in control because I was doing it. It wasn't my inner child. It wasn't this person. I didn't, it was like, there I was, my bobble hat, no makeup, puffy jacket. I was like, hi guys. So, but I also made it really important that, people knew that even as a coach, we have to be coached too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I made that a really important thing, because it's not just like, oh, we're a coach and we're invincible and everything as well, and I kind of felt that was the vulnerable side of it, kind of like, guys, we need to be coached as well, and that's really important for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so, so good, because before this breakthrough, you were quite stuck where you were like,
Oh,
I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm no good. I'm not, I'm not fully there in myself. Like, how could I help anybody else? And that is just a normal part. 90+% of the students experience this because you're learning something new and you are pushing yourself really out of your comfort zone, and you're selling yourself, you're selling your own energy, you're selling your story, you're selling your transformation, you're selling what you've learned that have worked for you on, and passing that on to another person. So it's not just like we're selling products,
yeah,
it's not like that. You're selling yourself. You are the living
yeah,
product of your own transformation. So people
yeah,
do get stuck, and a lot of people, when they're thinking about joining the course, one of the questions is it possible to make a career from life coaching? I always say, don't jump ship. It's a progression, isn't it? It's not just like,
yeah,
one day you want to just leave your wage if you're employed and jump into the world of self-employment, because that's basically what it is. But it's a step-by-step process, and first of all, it's been building up the inner confidence to be able, as you say, put yourself out there in the way that you want to
yeah,
be able to attract the people to you that you can help. And through your story, that's definitely how you attract clients. So what would you say to somebody who was thinking about, oh, there's lots of life coaches out there, how am I going to make any money, why would anybody listen to me, all those self-doubts that we all have? What would you say to people watching this that are going through that?
I would say you're going to go through that. For sure. But once you've done that work on yourself, then you can start to do that. But you know what? I mean, I went through that exact same thing, of kind of like, there are so many people out there. And, even when I did my first Instagram live, just put it out there, did first Instagram live, we were talking about, and I said, there are lots of people out there, but you will resonate with certain people. Everybody will go to a coach that is a little bit like them, that may, sees them the way they are. So there are plenty of people out there that will come to you. It's just finding your people. So it is being true to yourself, being your authentic self, and during this process, finding your authentic self. Because I think that's definitely what happens when you're on this course. You really find out who you are, and only until, when you find out who you are, then you can go on and help the people that are going to resonate with you and your story and your beliefs.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
a good point. What do you think this course, if you could sum up this course, that in a nutshell, what would you say is the biggest transformation for you've had as a result of the course?
Oh, do you know what? There's too many. There is actually too many to kind of put it down. But I mean, maybe but believing in myself. I mean, I never, I'm 46. I've never believed in myself ever. never believed in myself, never had the confidence. And doing that inner child, that one session, that inner child, or, you know, having that one discovery has probably been the biggest breakthrough of my entire life. You know, I've been through counseling, years of counseling, you know, therapy, everything. And that one session and understanding that one thing has turned my life around. So yeah, that probably has been my biggest transformation. Just going through that process with you, you know, has been just huge, absolutely huge.
And you're right, because some people, they go into this and they're not sure where it's going to take them. They don't know what the niche is. We start out, we want to help everybody. I get that, but the best people you're here to serve is the type of people that are going through similar life theme to yourself. So for me, it's always been about the inner child. It's about childhood emotional wounds, childhood emotional beliefs, limiting beliefs, feeling unloved, abandoned, rejection, not good enough, all of those internal beliefs that shape your reality and your relationships and limit your success. So for me, I help people see, like yourself, that they can do whatever you set your mind to. Like, you are limitless. So I help people break that mold of limiting beliefs. And for you, you'll attract the people that where you have had your situations. By sharing your experience, they will look at you as a guide and a mentor, not a fix-it, not a magician, not somebody who has got all the answers for them. You're not a judge and jury. You can't fix anybody and give them the advice, but you can definitely help, as I did with you, shine light on the area where they're limiting themselves. And it's just it can be such a simple shift in perspective that helps them just move forward and have the life that they deserve. Because that's exactly, it might sound cliche, but that's exactly what you're now allowing into your life, is the permission to think that and believe every cell of your body. Believe that it's possible for you to have the life that you deserve, and that is part of being of service to other people, alongside having more fulfilling relationships, because you accept yourself and you allow your authentic self to come through, which is how many people in this world are wanting that.
Oh, definitely. Yes, I mean, it's crazy. And, but it is that whole thing of no one knows how to find it. So doing this course and becoming, a coach through your academy has just definitely helped that, me understand how I can help people in that way, because now you have that better questioning. And also, I think it's about one of the things that I've learned, when I first started doing my my first case studies, I would try and work my way through finding every question and, right, oh my gosh, they've got so many issues. So, right, I need to try and work on it. We've only got an hour, but, we'll try and do it. And as time's progressed, I would definitely say this to new students as well. But I would be like, as time has progressed, you realise, I've learned from you, but understanding what is one thing today, because actually that one thing could well, as we know with me, but that one thing is transformational and can be. So even working on one thing, and I make sure I explain that, when we have the call, that we go through stuff, and I think that's important. But yeah, you realise that you can't change them if they've had 30 odd years of all this, you can't change everything in one session. It's as the sessions go on, you can take one element of it and turn it around, then other things will fall into place for them as well.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear you say that, because again, I remember when I was a new coach, it was so terrifying when you're with a client thinking, oh my God, the spotlight's on you've got to have all the answers, and your brain can go to mush. And like you say, we think we have to have the answers for people, and that's so not what spiritual coaching is anyway. maybe corporate coaching, you know, is different, but definitely this type of whole person coaching is they have all the answers. They're not broken. You're just there to ask the questions that release a limiting mindset, open up their perception of themselves.
Yeah.
And it's great to hear you say that, because that's one of the barriers again where we go into flight, fright, and fleet. You know, the
Yeah.
freeze. Thinking, what's the next question? But if you just relax, you open yourself up. You have a skill set. You know that you've learned this skill set, which is about intuitive listening, asking the right questions. You're listening for limiting beliefs. You're listening for the inner critic, and that's where you can gently challenge a client's pattern of behavior or thought process, and get them to see that what they're currently thinking might not actually be really true. And when they
Yeah.
can dig deeper and go, actually, that's not true. It's never been true. Why am I thinking that? And then they can consciously release that and let go of that and reframe it so it's empowering. Then you've got a job done. It's really.
I love that moment when you're in it and you see them kind of going, and you see them go, oh, and you're like, oh yeah, tick.
You know, job done. And that can be done in like 20-30 minutes. It doesn't have to
Like,
be.
wow, let's just chat. But no, it's great. But I think you know, it's just, I don't know, for me personally, it's an amazing feeling that, you know, people message you after and say, I mean, the lady that is my paying client, you know, I've got my next session with her this week, and she's already messaged me with her homework. We're not seeing her till Friday, but she's like, I loved our session on Friday. She said, I've already implemented some of the things that we've talked about. And I'm just like, amazing. I mean, that is, you just kind of go, this is what it's all about, you know.
They're the type of clients you want. She's ready. She's like, right, I'm on the horse. Just open the gate and let's go. And she's prepared to put in the work. So that's the type of client you want. You know, she's already there, but she doesn't know how to move forward, and she's willing to invest in herself. So perfect client by the sounds of it.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
thank you so much for your time.
A pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, you know, you've turned out to be one of our star students. You're just at the very end of your course, which is amazing, and you've already got your paying clients. So, you know, I'm so happy to, you know, have you with us and to see you grow. So, because can imagine how fulfilling it is for me to see that.
Yeah.
I love it. So thanks very much. Right.
Oh,
We'll
my
stay
pleasure.
on.
No, thank you.
I'll stop this. Okay.